All right, so here we are at the customer's house. I wanted to give you guys an update on this aquarium. Now this is about roughly around 500 gallon tank, and before when I did a video of this tank, this aquarium, it had sharks, it had a bunch of stuff in here. The customer's kind of going into a new direction, and that direction is mostly reef style fish, and he wants to start doing coral in here. So he's gone away from the big predatory stuff. As you can see, there's some corals right here on the frag rack. They're actually doing pretty well. And he's going more towards wanting a mixed reef style tank. So we got rid of the shark. We donated that to a 5,000 gallon aquarium. And I think Paul Gaffaro got one of the sharks too. And then we got rid of the 2 puffers, which I showed in another video, because they were just gonna munch up all the corals. And right now, everything looks great. We got anemones in here. We got all types of different corals in here. The game plan now, because this tank has a ton of fish in it, and it's got a high bio load, is to find a way to lower the nitrates in this aquarium, in this system. So we cranked up the flow in this tank. We got a bunch of brand new power heads in here, and we're here. We've been here once every 2 weeks doing water changes. We're also setting up a system for this tank where it's going to be an automatic water change every single day. So probably somewhere around 10 to 15 gallons a day water change in the system, but we'll probably have to have a real conversation about which fish to keep in this tank.
The other thing I wanted to show you is I vacuumed out this whole sump area. I vacuumed out, got rid of all the detritus in there, and then we went ahead and added some power heads in the Chaeto area, the refugium area. But yeah, got rid of all the gunk that was sitting in there, and that's helped keep the nitrates low. And we'll probably maintain that every so often, but it's looking pretty dang clean right now. The tank is healthy. I'm gonna do a pretty big water change on it today. I'll probably take it down to about where that PVC ends right there. Still got a lot of Kenya tree in here, which we're gonna get rid of. We're gonna chop that up, get rid of it. I do like the green, but look at this cabbage coral, looking amazing. So now that we're here every 2 weeks, because we want to get those nitrates lower and manageable, I still do the same amount of water change, just because there's just so many fish in that aquarium. So I do about 50%, I believe, of water change here. But my tank right now is currently at, my tank in the truck right now is currently at like 175, I think I have in here. Let's see. Yeah, so we're like 160 gallons right there. So let's do a water change and let's see how much we have left. Pumping in right now. Model's looking healthy. All the fish look healthy. Big old catfish swimming around. New addition, Disturidini tang. This guy just won't get out of my way. Eels looking good in the back. Look at that Anthias. Oh, he's got some different colored finnage. That's interesting. But I'm taking a close look at all the fish, and I'm not seeing any disease. Not seeing any spots or anything like that, so that's good. And the coral all seems to be doing well. Where's the stingray? That's what I want to know. I know there's a stingray somewhere in the sand. Let's see if we can find it. I don't know where it's at. Ooh, trigger. Those things are so shy. I don't see the stingray around here. All right, so we got really low. We got to about right there, so that's probably about 25 gallons left or something like that. Yeah, we use a lot of water. When you have that many fish in the aquarium, you have to do a good sized water change to be able to maintain the aquarium where you want it. Got some new Kessel lights in this aquarium now, which are doing great. Look how high they are, but they're still able to give a huge amount of light in this aquarium. I love Kessels. Look at that. It's so bright. And these corals are all happy. That's how strong those Kessels are. It's crazy how powerful they are. Nice mix of fish. This tank is just so lively. So much going on. The monos alone, given their size and how much they swim, really fill out the tank. Look at the clownfish going in the anemone. Look at that. He just swallowed up by the anemone. That is so cool. That is such a cool relationship. Bella goby, look at this little sand sifter. What a beautiful fish. This is actually one of my favorite fish. And one day when I have a tank big enough and mature enough, I'm definitely getting one of these.
Such an awesome fish. So we're bringing this today. I'm really excited to add it to this aquarium. Wait till you guys come inside and see this tank. All right, so here we are at the customer's house, and what a setup. Look at this. Got double roller mats, algae scrubber, giant protein skimmer. This tank is it. Now it's only been up for a little bit, less than 6 months, 6 months I believe. And let's just go ahead and start and check out what type of fish we have in this aquarium, because today, you guys know I added the Bella Goby, so right there, which I think the color on it's gonna get much better once it gets comfortable in the aquarium. We have a yellow chorus wrasse. We have some lyre-tail anthias. We have 2 little clownfish. I'm not sure the names of the, I don't really know my names of the designer clownfish, but we have a black one and a, I don't know, well, we have an all black one, and then we have the, you know, the white with the orange. And what else we got over here? I know we have 2 of those chorus wrasse. Oh, Harlequin tusk, masked swallowtail angel. That is an actual beautiful fish. That thing is stunning. Look at that. Look at its face. Reef safe angelfish. Oh, I'm in love with that. That is absolutely, oh, I love it. Look at that male anthias right there. Look at the purple on it. It's long fin. Man, some really nice fish. Now, the majority of these fish, I say 80% of the fish in this aquarium came from us at Tanknicians, so they're quarantined. There's a Harlequin tusk swimming in the back there, a bit shy. The anthias are definitely not shy. We got a yellow chorus wrasse. We have 2 yellow chorus wrasses. We have a Bartlett anthias. We have the sunburst anthias right here, zipping around. A lot of anthias in this tank. I love it. A huge fan of that. I've always, you know, anytime, I think we have the Nasotang or Rennie Tao fish. That Nasotang, we got that. That's from us. And we had that in quarantine for a bit. And it was just, it did so well in quarantine. Nasotangs are really finicky. They're really hard to get through quarantine. And this one was an absolute champ. Look at its fins, its tail on the back. The streamers, amazing. Disjardini Tang, right there to the left of the Nasotang. A bristletooth tang right there, part of the utility crew. And this little swallowtail has a female, which is right there. That's the female to the male. So we got a pair of those, which is dope. And then everybody's favorite, the Midas Blenny, tons of personality. Can't stress how awesome that fish is. And what else we got over here? There's a Bella Goby again. Blue throat trigger. Reef safe triggerfish. Perfect for this tank because it is going to have a ton of coral in it. And there's a copper band butterfly, which is not reef safe, but the customer wants to give it a go, try and see if it'll be successful with keeping corals with that. It's hiding behind there somewhere, but let's just take a step back and just look at this tank. Now, it's still new, still going through some stuff. It's got a decent amount of fish load in here. Nothing crazy given the size of the tank, but we're going through the brown algae phase, so some diatoms. You can definitely see it in the sand, things like that. This is to be expected when your tank is less than 4 months old. You're gonna go through this. After this phase, you're gonna suddenly, boom, it's gonna hit it hard. It's gonna go into the green algae phase. So you're gonna get in the green algae, and you're talking about hair algae and things like that. So you gotta be very careful and monitor your phosphate level and monitor your nutrient level and all that good stuff, which in this tank, everything is elevated. We have not put coral in here, which is probably explaining why we're not getting hair algae just yet. Eventually there is gonna be coral in here. It's gonna be a mixed reef. So the plan is over here in this higher area with 2 power heads with plenty of flow, you're gonna have your SPS, and we're talking about high-end SPS, you know. All your major name brand acros will be there. Center will probably be more chalices and maybe some favias and things like that down below here, maybe some acans if that copper band butterfly does not eat them. And then over here will be your torch Euphilia garden. And then the sand, there's plenty of room for things like scullies or cyanarinas and things like that. Plenty of room to do some really cool stuff, but we are not there yet. Just wanted to kind of share this tank with you because I think it's important to show the process, you know, of everything. This thing is an absolute beast, and I cannot wait. And I'm very happy we are taking care of this tank because I just cannot wait to see
how this tank progresses over time. And I think in about a couple months, we'll start putting the first coral in here. But right now it's still a newbie tank, and already, man, that Bella Gobi's coloring up nice. It's much darker purple coming out, purple pink. Man, that copper band butterfly is beautiful too. Man, just what a nice choice of fish. Now there's still gonna be some more that are coming in here. We're gonna get a hybrid Achilles tang in here. There's a couple other cool anthias that we're gonna put in here, some wrasse. So we're not finished yet with the amount of fish we're gonna put in here. This is just the beginning. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this aquarium, because this is pretty close to my dream tank. I love it. It's really tall too. Look at that thing. Oof. And write down in the comments what you guys think of the roller mat. I think with a system like this where it's gonna be very fish heavy, the coral will do something for the filtration, but those reef mats are definitely gonna come into play because this is gonna be a heavy bio load, and it's running on the the hydro system here, the Kraken. And so a lot of this stuff is just automated. It gets automated water changes of 10% every single day. And it's got all the, you know, everything you'd want. Right here's a control panel. This tank was, all this was set up by Top Shelf Aquariums. And we are maintaining it, and we are getting the livestock for it going forward. So I'm very happy about that, because it's just such a fun tank to, you know, being able to be part of. If you can't have one, if you can't have one like this, can't afford something like this, you know, at least I can work on one and be able to spend a little bit of time here once every 2 weeks to see all the cool coral and fish. So that'll be good enough for me.